Welcome to episode 2 of Project Moho. Now, today's a job on the motorhome I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Very long time. So this to me is going to be one of the most crucial upgrades I've ever done on here. So this is the one today where I will be going from start to finish right through properly installing a 100-watt solar panel on the roof. So here's the kit I've got. They're very sturdy actually, these things. As you can see, they're actually quite a good size, but bearing in mind they've got to hold quite a good size up there as well. So what I'll be doing first is I'll have to go up to the roof and I have to clean the roof to where this stuff's going to get stuck on, because these bottom edges here get stuck on with a silicone called Sikoflex. And I've never used it before, but I do believe that it's very strong stuff. So the roof is in a bit of a mess, but I bought a mini polisher. Sorry, I bought a mini polisher. I got that excited I covered the camera with my thumb. Come on, let's go to the roof. Right, sorry for the wind and the noise guys, but I need to do this before. There's no way I can set a camera up on this. So here's what I've got done now. As you can see, all this mucky green, I don't know how to take it all off. What you need to do is the 6 points where you're putting the Sikoflex onto in there. Okay, so these two are in place. So now I'm going to be able to stick them. It's just like using mastic. So come on a bit closer. So basically you'll put all around the edges of that, set it in place, and then hopefully when I put I've got it measured for the size of the solar panel, but once it's in, hopefully I can move it to push it in tight. Let's give this a bash. And there you go, all in place. One thing I have thought is I'm going to be able to lift this out, and around all the edges there I'm going to put a bit of Sikoflex in, and hopefully that'll also help to hold it in place before I fit the screws into the edges. Okay, that's that job done. Now over there someplace I've got to go and put the cover with the glands for these wires to go through. Right, I've got this balance in here, so I might jump, but that's the hole drilled now up there, so I'll let you see what that looks like. So there you go, the wee hole there, that's now wide enough for both wires. Right, so the next part now is I have to feed the wires through these glands, and then I have to feed the wires at the other end through the hole. Then I have to seal the hole up with Sikoflex. Then I put Sikoflex on the bottom of that and stick that to the roof. Then I tighten the glands. No, well, I might tighten the glands first actually before I go to seal the shite off, because then that's it in place. Okay, so once that's done, you'll see the wires, they'll come through in the cupboard, and I'll show you before this is done. The winds just blew the ladder off the side there, so I can't film it unfortunately at the same time, but I'll show you the finished result. Right, now's the time to see how this is done. Oh. Right, so as you can see, they're on, rubbed and clean, stuck down. I've even put some Sikoflex into it, like I said. Look, watch that. Right. See the roof moving? And then, now if I zoom in, so you see the joints there, okay? So I've actually made a mould with Sikoflex to hold them in place. Oh, sorry, move them in place, and then up there, there's the box. So there you go, there's the glands are done, they're in and sealed, there is no water getting any place. So I'll now go and get Ian's ladders back next door, and we'll go inside and start the wiring. Right, I'm ready to start the wiring now, and one of the upgrades I'm needing to do is the way the wiring's done on the leisure battery. To say it's a bit of a dog's dinner in there is an understatement. So I bought a pair of these and they are actually marked. That one, as you can see, is marked negative, and that one is marked positive. Alright, and if you weren't aware of this, the poles are actually a slightly different size, and going by the looks of this, I'm sure the negative pole is smaller than the live. That'll no detract from what I'm trying to do here anyway, because I've got my big clamps here in the middle, which is where the wires are going to go into, and I've got 2 additional screws either side, which I can actually fit 2 positives onto that, or 2 negatives onto that. If there is a third wire, I can attach it direct to these up here. So I've got room for 4 basically. So without further ado, I'll show you the mess outside of the dog's dinner. So there you go. As you can see, it's a bit of a dog's dinner in here, and it's not fitting in right. So what I'm going to be able to do is, I'm going to be able to have a look at all of this, pull it out, and then rewire it up. Okay, so I'm not sure, but this actually here, this could be the wire I'm going to wait to replace, because if I can get that to size and get it through, I might even take the battery out. But there's the mess. We'll show you the tidy job next. Another part I have to get into as well is here, and if you've ever wondered how your wiring loom looks so tidy, move the board and there you go. And believe it or not, when I'm finished, you'll not even know I've been in there. Okay, so solar charge controller, that's wired in. Now I need to run a wire from there down through here, and it comes out the bottom here beside the water boiler. I'll connect it to the existing wire I've already run, and then that's me. That's the first battery. Please always remember, if you're going to attempt to do something like this yourself, okay, always connect your batteries before you connect your solar panel, because you may damage actually your charge controller box. No saying you will, but that's the safest and best way to do it. Battery into the controller, and if you have, like me, another battery, get that into the controller, and then solar panel into the controller. It is that simple. Now sometimes you hit a snag in these jobs, and the one I've hit right now is feeding from the solar charge controller, that way, into here and down. It comes out in the bottom here in the well, it then goes outside the van, it cuts across the van, and then it comes to this hole here. Now it's been a while since I've fed my cheap Chinese diesel here, and as you can see, oh, if I can just get in here, there's the pipe there that goes right into the diesel tank to take the feed, right? But I've got to somehow get that cable now, the other end up to here, so that it can plug into that. How am I going to do that, Ned? Simple. This piece of wire, I have just stuck that and threw it down, and when I come outside, I'm going to be able to attach this piece here to this end here, dip it together and pull it back up, and that should bring that up through the other end. Right, okay, let's see if this works. I'm having to do this one-handed, mind, so you're looking for a bit of yellow tape. Oh, that'll be the bit of yellow tape. And oh my god, that's just made that. Right, I'm very chuffed with that. There's the connection. If I come back a bit, actually, there is it. There you go. There's the connection there, right under the chair. Nobody can stand on it. Wire comes under the chair, and then it's under there above the petrol tank. That's the cap on now. Okay, so the cap's on and that's all sealed, and you now have this bit of flooring here that goes in. Screwdriver, turn that, turn that, and there you go. That's the floor in place. Pull back the carpet, and voila, ready for a hoover. So, that was easy. Is that easy? I've just got this dog's dinner to clear up now. Right, so here we are now. Zoom into here for you, and you can see now that here, oops, sorry, here battery 1 is blinking. Okay, so that's telling me now that battery 1, that's now, I know that that's the vehicle battery, so that's wired into there. Okay, battery 1 is connected to the solar charge controller. Battery 2 is connected to the solar charge controller. I've also connected the live wire from the feed off of the solar panel, because while that's sitting up there just now, there's sun on that, it's gathering juice, and if I can just bring this wire into shot, I've got this one to cut to size, and then that'll go in there. That will be the last wire I'll be doing, because once I've got this mess sorted out at the battery box, I'm going to wait to crimp these wires freshly. I'm going to put new terminals onto them, and once that's done, I'll show you that. Then the last thing to do is that earth wire from the solar panel, and Bob's your auntie. Right, so here I am out of the battery box, and as you can see, look at this. This is a bit of a dog's dinner if you ask me. So, onwards and upwards, let's go and get this tidy. Okay, so this is the earth one, and this is the main earth wire here, which is going to the, come back a bit. Right, so that's the main earth wire. That's going to the fuse board system within the vehicle. This one here is the wire, this is the negative wire that's running up to the solar charge controller, and this earth, this blue wire, I'm using that as an earth, that's actually going over to my power inverter. So here's a finished product, so there's the red one there. Now, one of the things I never noticed was there was no safety caps come with these, so I've had to compromise and make my own. So there's that one, and I'm going to fit the black one now. So let's go inside and finish off inside. Right, back inside, and as you can see, I have now 2 blinking green wires, which means that that is both batteries connected. Now, I've prepared the earth wire here, and I've got a screwdriver in my hand. So all that's left to do is push it in and get this into here, and there you go, look, that is it now charging. Done. Wow, it's a job I've wanted to do for a long time, and I'm glad I've done it. As you can see behind me now there's the 2 permanent green lights. All I've got to go and do now is sort it out for, well, actually it might be on a 50-50 charge. You can split how much of a percentage you want to give each battery. So in other words, if I want to, I can put 80% to my leisure battery and 20% to the main vehicle battery. It's your choice. Or the other way, I can put 80 to that and 20 to that. I find 50-50 usually sets itself out, because one battery, once it's full, the other one just gets the full 100% of what's left. So, and it's always, to be fair, better to look after your van battery, because the vehicle battery, if that's no top, then your vehicle's not going any place. So pointless having a 100% leisure battery when you can't go any place. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it's even given somebody the confidence to, yeah, go and have a bash at this yourself. As I said, this is stuff I bought previously. I know that to upgrade just for the sake of a bed, that's an awful lot of money. This is not a bad van, and it's going to get even better. So, what job's going to be next? Well, the new LED lights have come in for the roof. We'll see how that goes. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Smash that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And I'll see you on episode 3. I'll say there.